Set up for me. We're just sliding this underneath it a little bit. Okay. So when you advance, you're riding over the top of the upper. You get that? That's all we're doing.
Good idea.
So start getting water in there. Okay. He's still by himself. Now when I see this void area, you're not clamping it down. I want it under there and squeeze down like a headlock. There we go. Okay, now shut it down and then go ahead and move in halfway. There we go. That's good right there.
Lefty's on this side and up. Riley's taking that bag. You want just that kind of gradual arch there? Now open to the left.
Just like this.
Yep, perfect. Now you should be able to just kind of get these hands back. This one's going to be almost right between your legs, holding that hose up. There you go. So now you're playing that line. You've got that gradual curve taking that energy. You shouldn't be feeling much nozzle reaction.
No,
so even try to take it that way.
There you go, good.
I don't think it'll happen that way. He can be like this for a long time.
Nice.
It's a real gradual curve. He's not fighting much at all.
Yeah, that works really well.
The line's still pretty clean. He's still with friction, but there's no hard kinks. Smooth floor, you'll notice the hard kinks right away. Well played. So lift up and feed. Advance. There you go. Good stuff. That's a big stretch there. Well played, guys. Relatively slick surface. And if I don't manage it well, the nozzle reaction, that 96 pounds, is going to want to go this direction. If I open this right now, what's it going to do? Take off on me. It's that nozzle reaction. So what I want to do is take all my energy straight down. My weight right now, where's my weight? Right. On my knee. You know, so what I'm going to do when I first come up to this hose is in pinning the line, I want to have my coupling about arm's reach. That's the distance for this method. And I want my knee straight down. You guys feel that little process right below your kneecap, just above your tibia? That little nook? That's what I want pressed on the hose. The reason for that is it just fits well, and look at how my body weight is. This is basically floating free. My backup man is now right here. and I'm gonna bring that line up to me. So let's see it in action. I also now wanna be worried about my line. And you'll see this. Right here, this bend, what am I gonna create when that line gets open? A kink. So this is one of the first parts that I wanna address. I also, if I open my nozzle like this, what am I doing? Creating a kink. A lot of times there'll be a kink right here and a kink right here. So when it comes down to technique, I want to have this hand go from here right back to here as soon as possible, and from my bail to right here as soon as possible. And I'm going to run that line basically with my hands in between this triangle of operation. If I open my bail up to the side, it takes that nozzle reaction away from making that whip, and it also has a more natural feedback for my hand to go from here and falling back. I open up here, I'm going to create that kink, and I'm also have to come around and down. So my hand, open up, I have this one back, open up, fall straight back, and then run it right here. But see how the lower it goes, it starts to want to cheat? If I stay too far forward, my weight is over the nozzle, it's not over my leg, it's going to want to cheat back. I want to always try to retreat back to this position where I have that weight down and my hands in place. I want to let the line do the work. It's that same principle. The more we have out in front of us, little movement here, it's that fulcrum. An inch here with 3 feet of hose out, I don't have to move that much. Because of the nozzle reaction, I want to limit the movement back here. If I shoot from my hip, all that energy is going to twist me around. I keep a nice platform, weight into the ground, and use that, reach of that stream to play that line. High, low, around, but I'm not moving my body a lot. When I need to bring it under control, I raise it up, and set it down. Don't go out and get it. If I go out and get it, look what's happening. Bring that line up to me, so that way the energy's going to the ground, and shut it down with the line to me. Same thing with opening. If I can bring it closer, open, at like this 45, open, fall back, and settle in. So that's pinning the line. Energy down, taking that nozzle reaction to the ground, staying back on the line, so that way we use that stream reach and that energy way out in front of us without us having to do a lot of movement. We get inside on a tile floor, concrete floor, it's going to start to get away from us. So we need other methods. This method, the lock-off method, we're now wrapping our body around the hose. We're using our body as the anchor and that line behind us. So I'm going to wrap my body completely around it. Instead of the coupling at arm's reach, we need the bail at arm's reach. That keeps it out in front of us so we have a lot of line to play, but it also has it to where if this does start to cheat back on us, it gives us time to shut that down. But look at my platform. A good base here. My arm is in front of my knee to lock off the hose. My body's wrapped around it so that that nozzle reaction is coming into my core, and my foot is taking it into the ground, and then this line behind me is taking it into the ground. If I get over it and I have my foot like this, what's going to happen? It's created a hinge, because that energy is going to hinge. I don't want to do that. I want that energy to be grounded, to go straight to the ground. Wrap my body around it, locked in, arms reach, and open up. Now, same thing. I don't want to move my body to move the line. I want the line to do the work for me. So as long as I'm like this, energy's going to the ground, I'm wrapped around it, I'm creating friction around the line with my body. Is this harder than the other method? Yeah, because I'm the platform. But at the same time, it's just a little bit different. We don't need to flow like this for an hour. We're delivering almost 5 gallons per second. What do you guys say, about 40 feet out in front of us? We need to flow for just a minute or two, 30 seconds, get that knocked down, then shut down in advance. But see how I leaned into it coming up? If I just shut down and all that nozzle reaction goes away, I'm going to fall forward. We want to take that shutdown and that line push into our advancement.